Are you sure it's gonna fit?
It's gonna fit. I've done this before.
The BMW 5 Series was created to be a mid-size luxury performance sedan. Now, today we are driving the BMW 535i to find out, does it actually live up to what it was created to become? This car, one of the things you'll realize very quickly, it's how powerful it is, because this 535i is a hybrid variant, of course. So there is tons of power immediately available for you because of the electric power available. Now, the other thing you notice, it's very insulated, very silent. You can't feel a thing when driving this car. Now, how does it respond? Let's see. Look at that. The power response is heavenly. You can see me smiling slowly because the car performs pretty well. It picks up well. There's tons of torque available for you at the top of the gas pedal. This is an excellent car to drive. You will love it, especially power delivery is good, noise insulation is good, and by the way, when you sit in this car, there is tons of luxury, man. Leather is everywhere. By the way, I dare you to get a plastic piece in this car. You can't find it. BMW is so good with luxury, they insulated this car with leather all over. The dashboard is soft to touch materials. The outlay here is simplistic. The seats, very comfortable. The steering wheel, leather, as you would expect, and it's aging pretty well. Ladies and gentlemen, driving this car is sheer pleasure. Let's just do a walk around and then see how it looks like. Now, one of the things you'll immediately realize about the interior of this car, I just mentioned it a few minutes ago, is how luxurious BMW has done this car. The 5 Series, I think they overshot themselves, because even if you look at the competition, the E-Class, they don't have this level of leather and soft-to-touch material. Sometimes, even with the Mercedes, you'll find some plastics here and there. But with the 5 Series, they have clothed it with so much leather, so much rubber, so much expensive material. You can see this wood finish that is running from the left all the way to the right. And then there's this steering wheel here with this circular center piece here, because it's the M Sport package. Of course, your paddle shifters over here, the silver lining and black, very well executed. Of course, all the windows, they are powered, they are automatic windows. So all the way to the back, all of them, you have sunshades at the rear seats. You have so much luxury. Just look at this gear knob, very well packaged. When you look at those gauge clusters, that's the analog system. Of course, cars nowadays are full of all these digital screens. This particular one still has the analog screen right there. Now you come to the center here, the first thing you'll realize is this screen that packs the BMW iDrive infotainment system. Arguably, it's one of the easiest systems to use. You can toggle in between multimedia, radio, telephone, navigation, office, settings, everything. Very easy to use. Now, this car, being a hybrid, is quite economical. For a 3000cc twin scroll turbocharged car, you don't expect to be getting 10.8 kilometers per liter, but this car is giving us 10.8 kilometers per liter. I assume it's because we have been pushing it a lot. Most probably this car can give you in the neighborhood of 14, but I don't have the factual numbers on that until I do a road trip. Then I get back to you on the fuel economy. This interior, the seats are very plush, very comfortable. They hold you in. BMW knew the people that buy this car will drive it a lot and they will push it to their limits. So the seats, they hold you perfectly in. Now let's step to the back and then quickly look at the rear space before we do a walk around. I'm currently sitting behind myself. That's my comfortable sitting position. I have quite some good legroom and tons of headroom. So this car is quite spacious. Of course, it has the armrest here that makes your stay quite comfortable. Then it has these cup holders, which I don't like how they open. Just listen to that. I don't like the noise they make, but it's generally comfortable. Look at this. Sunshades, my friend. And doesn't only have the sunshades on this window, it has sunshades even on this tiny small piece of window right there. You see that? And even has sunshades on the rear mirror at the back here that is operated from the front, and it's totally automatic. Now the seats are very comfortable. Of course, it's meant to sit 5 people. At the middle here, you will sit comfortably, by the way, but with your legs apart because of this transmission tunnel right here. Of course, climate control is quad zone, meaning everyone has their own control of their own temperatures. Ladies and gentlemen, let's check out how does the exterior and the boot of this car look like. Now, going to the boot of the 535, the first thing that I mentioned about this car was that it's a hybrid BMW 5 Series. Now, the hybrid batteries are packed right there, which squeezes the boot space, and it's pretty tight. Now, if you look at this particular space, you can't really carry much if you're coming from that Ushago trip, from seeing your mom or something. So the boot space is very, very, very squeezed. That's the shortcoming of having this 535i. But otherwise, man, this car is pretty to own. Talking about the rear of the 535i, you can see it comes with these LED brake lights that are quite clear and pretty to look at. Now, there is the BMW badge here with the reversing camera down there. Of course, coupled with these parking sensors that make it very easy and very possible for you to park your car whenever you're in those tight spaces. Come with me. Moving to the side profile, the first thing you will notice is this very beautiful 19-inch M Sport package wheels. They are only specific to the M badge BMW 5 Series. Now, moving this way, you will see that line that is cutting from the brake light all the way to the headlight. This is something so common with the German machines. Of course, this handle has these sensors. You just put your hand there and locks the door for you and lights up the space for you at night. How beautiful is that? Now, there's this M badge, of course, to remind you you're not just driving a common BMW 5 Series. It's the M badge one, the M trim one. Now, of course, at the front, we have these headlights, the LED headlights from BMW that are very, very bright. I've driven this car at night and it lights up the road for you. I mean, with these headlights, you can even see tomorrow or something. See, funny? Okay, fine. Now, coming to the front, you have this M Sport package that is down here at the bumper. So again, I said this car is an M Sport package. So there is this bumper down there. I love this old school BMW grille. Why? The new age BMW grills are massive. They are very not nice looking. They are all over the place. I don't even know why they had to change it. Don't change something if what is already there is working, man. These ones look pretty. Of course, the BMW badge right there. Pretty car from all angles. Of course, headlight washers, parking sensors at the front, extremely well packaged. Now, what is packed under this bonnet? We have the 3000cc twin scroll turbocharged BMW engine right there. Okay, of course, it's supported by the hybrid package, and in total you get 306 horses and 400 Newton meters of torque. Of course, coupled to a 8-speed automatic transmission, or rather manumatic transmission, that work very well. This car gives you power relentlessly, doesn't give up on it, man. Beautiful car. Why lie? Very nice. This was BMW's response to Mercedes when they created the CLS, and of course to Audi when they created the A7 Grand Coupes. Now, this response by BMW was a stunning one. Just look at how beautiful this car is. This is the prettiest car I have personally come across on Kenyan roads. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to just have a look at how beautiful it is. The long bonnets, the long side profile. Of course, it sits very low. Now look at this front. The BMW kidney grills are just a perfect size, unlike what has been happening with BMW of late with the massive grills. Look at the headlights. Perfect size, perfect design. They look just excellent. Headlight washers right there. Of course, parking sensors. And the M Sport bumper right there. Now, look at this bonnet. Massive. Everyone should be interested to know what is packed down there. Of course, this one is the 3000cc BMW twin-scroll turbo charged engine that produces 320 horses and 450 newton meters of torque, of course mated to an 8-speed pneumatic transmission. This car performs wonderful, and the reason it's here, the 5 Series right there is luxury, all about luxury and being executive. This 6 Series right here is all about sportiness, speed, thrill, everything nice. You need to hear what the exhaust note is like, my friend. This is such a beautiful car to drive, beautiful car to look at. It's an excellent car from every angle. Just come with me to the side profile. Have a look at this. This car is long, from the front all the way to the back, extremely long car. Now, one of the things you'll notice are these beautiful BMW M Sport wheels. These ones are 20-inch, and they're only specific to the 6 Series. Of course, packs the technology just like the 5 Series. You put your hand here, automatically unlocks the doors. You can notice these doors are long. And did I tell you something? They are half doors. Look at that. Pillarless. Beautiful, man. Come, let me show you a detail. Do you see this? It's written Grand Coupe, showing you that you're driving the one and only Grand Coupe. It has to remind you what it is. Beautiful. Just look at that. Let's look at the rear angle. That is one of the most beautiful angles of this car. Look at this. The brake lights running all the way from that side profile to the back. Look at this BMW badge right there. Of course, this badge acts as the place where you open the boot from. And also whenever you engage reverse, this thing will pop up and reveal the cameras. See that? Of course, reminding you this is the 640i Grand Coupe. Down here you have the parking sensors. You have this quad exhaust. Originally, it's a dual exhaust. So under there, it's just dual exhaust, but this particular person made it quad. Down here, you'll find this carbon fiber diffuser that makes the car look extremely sporty and quite pretty, and makes it just look like an extremely good sports car. All right? Now, how about we look at the inside of this car and see what is it all about. Moving on to the interior of the 6 Series. Now, you'll notice there's a lot of similarity between this and the 5 Series because they are based on the same platform. Now, of course, there's the same BMW M Sport steering wheel here with the same paddle shifters. They are pretty the same. The gauge right there, again, the same. It's the analog style one, which is pretty good. Now, the difference comes at the center console right here that runs all the way from the top down. You'll notice there's a different shape. And there's a lot of brown, like piano brown interior going on right there. So if you're not touching leather, you're touching the brown piano. Extremely well done. Cup holders right there. Again, the BMW iDrive infotainment system right here, which is said to be one of the easiest to go through. Now, materials are extremely expensive. The seats are very comfortable and they suck you in. And they're very plushy, luxurious. You can feel yourself quite comfortable. Now, one of the things you'll notice is this seat sits very low. You feel like you're seated on the road. And then again, everything is surrounding you. If you look at this design, it's very much driver focused. Everything is looking at the driver from this side to that side. You access the center storage from down here. You have your cigarette lighters here. Very well done, very well thought through. The gear knob, same as that of the 5 Series. Moving up here, this is not a sunroof, it's actually a moonroof because it doesn't open, just opens slightly to allow some air in. It's sort of a moonroof that makes the interior of this car pop even better. You're able to see every detail that the manufacturer thought about. Let's move to the back and see whether the Grand Coupe has some space for someone at the back seat. Moving to the back seat, I'm seated behind exactly where I will be at the front, and I have quite some good legroom. It's much more accommodating than you would have thought, because it's a Grand Coupe. Now, what is lacking? Headroom. If you're slightly taller than Phineas, my friend, you might have a problem sitting at the back here. The headroom is not that good. But then again, you know, this car, you don't buy it to carry people around. It's a car for you to have fun with. There is this center armrest right there. The same system of cup holders like the 5 Series. I just don't like how, just, what is that? It's just difficult to use, but it's fine. This car generally is meant to sit 4 people. At the center here, you can see this centerpiece that is separating left and right. So you can't really have a 5th passenger. So it's purely for 4 people. There is some climate vent controls here for the 2 people seated at the back, and that's it. But you have, it's quite generous. For the kind of car it is, it's quite generous. And I'm generally satisfied. I'm generally satisfied. But most importantly, this car has so much boot space. Kujeni muone. So you open the boot from here using the BMW emblem, and as you can see, so much space. You can fit in 2 grown adults, as you saw earlier. You did? Very nice. Let's drive the 640i and see what it was created to be, whether it has actually lived up to its name. So this car, let's drive it a little bit more interactively. So we're going down a hill. You can just see the road coming at us violently. Look at that. The response is violent. See that? Yo. See that? Excellent, man. The car handles very well. The responses are just in time. Look at that. And I'm not even driving on Sport Plus mode yet. I'm just on the normal mode. Yo. This car makes me sweat. Goosebumps. See that? The car swallows you into the seat. Amazing. And did I mention how good the exhaust sounds? The engine is just sounds melodious. This is the N55 engine. You'll find it even on the on the X5 as well. Listen to that. The exhaust, amazing. This is why you buy such cars. Pulling like crazy. Wow. Look at that. Oof. We're doing a turn right here. Let's see. Very tail happy. Sliding to the left. Picking up immediately. See that? Amazing. We are doing extremely high speeds. You can't feel it, man. It handles extremely well. This is the car. This is it. I lack words. Listen. This I can describe this car. I'm buying one. It is the best car I've driven so far. The response is crazy. The power is immediate. The insulation is good. The exhaust note is amazing. The comfort unmatched. The finishing that the BMW has done on this car, unmatched. Man, if you're looking for that car to escape, to just run from everything that is happening in your life and just feel like you're ahead of everything in life, is the car. Extremely amazing, man. Wow, it makes you sweat, makes you feel that thrill, goosebumps all over the body. This is the car.